want to forget you and tell you how much I love you. I want to, I need you.
The first thing you're supposed to do is like get your head right, get your mindset right. Because if you're insecure and depressed, you're never gonna like execute shit. So if you have all these big ambitions and goals, but you can't even get outside your own head, forget about what other people think. I was like, what am I gonna be 99% like an average person, or am I gonna rise above that? So just making that decision, and I was like, fuck, if I look ugly, I don't give a fuck. I have so much to give and share as a person that I feel like I'm gonna overcome that shit, you know? I found your music through Twitter and it was amazing. Like I heard it and I like immediately vibed with it, and I hit you up to like, you know.
I be going hard like I know I'm going far. Nigga in too deep, so I know I can't fall. This rap life really be attracting all these broads. I hope it's good intentions when you chillin' with a star.
That was amazing.
Nah, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate people that, you know, reach out to me, let me know that. So
it's good because I see
you.
you acknowledge everyone who likes your music, whether they comment or tweet it. You always acknowledge people, which is super cool.
Now you got to, because, you know, I'm still coming up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I appreciate everybody that tells me that. So responsibility to let, you know, people know I appreciate that. So, because, you know, when you coming up, you know, you appreciate the little things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I'm always down to earth, you know, to get to know the people that rocks with the music. So appreciate the people that tell me, you know, that I'm doing something right. So I just got to keep going and, you know,
Yeah.
hopefully continue to. But that's the goal, right? Continue to grow that.
Yeah. It's so important, you know, because the reason like you responded, I was able to reach out to you and things like that, and because like you engage with your community, people want to tune in to your music even more. Like it means something, you know. It's not some like far-fetched thing. Like you're an actual human, right? Like I feel like a lot of artists don't they like just like to be cool and like not respond to comments and stuff.
I'm always gonna be like that too.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna change.
How did you start with your whole music thing, like creating music, and what got you interested?
It's always a vibe. You know what I mean? When you get into the creative process, it's always a vibe and how you feeling at the moment. You don't never want to force anything, because when you force it, then it's you always want it to be authentic at all times. Always got to be authentic. So what I do, I probably have like a couple of my homies, we just vibe and just listen to the tracks, listen to beats or whatever, and then, you know, we just go off by the mood, and it's always like that.
Yeah.
As far as like me starting, I had an older brother that did music. Yeah, he was doing music before I even thought about doing music. So it kind of just, that's kind of how it started from there and shit. But then, you know, other artists inspired me as well.
Yeah.
Logic, he inspired me. Wiz Khalifa, those are like some of my favorite artists. Jay-Z, Ludacris.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Ludacris?
Yeah, of course. These are like super.
Those are like some of the beginning artists that kind of inspired me, got me into it. So Ludacris and Jay-Z for sure though.
So when was the first time you put out a song?
My first time had to be around, I think like 2015 or 2016, and my first song was called Pills and Syrup. That was like the first song that everybody gravitated to in Las Vegas. So when I put that out, seeing the responses I was getting, like people was rocking with it, I was like, okay, I could probably do a little something. So Pills and Syrup, that was my first song I put out.
How did you get like your first batch of listeners when you put like your first song out?
When I put my first song, how did I get some listeners? When I put my first song out, I had a friend, he was good with the marketing or whatever. And when I put my first song out, I put it out with a video. We just basically went on Twitter and just hit up everybody. You know what I mean? 'Cause when you first, you know, when you want to put your first song out,
of course,
you kind of want to hit everybody up first.
Yeah.
Like, let people know about your first song or whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's what we kind of just got on Twitter, got on Facebook or whatever, and just to see if people were gonna feel it or not.
Yeah.
And enough, we got a good response for that first track out. Yeah.
I listened to your music and there were so many. I'm a very lyric-y person, so it's not so much about the beats as it's so much about the lyrics when I really connect with the song.
The lyric, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I know because I was listening to your song and it had so many lyrics that I really vibed with. I think one of them was I got the vision so clearly, I get it. And just things like that, right? And I was like, this is me. Because my first kind of introduction to the whole hip hop culture was through Nav. Are you familiar with Nav?
Oh man, I like Nav. He from Toronto, correct?
Yeah. He was
Yeah, I
super
like
amazing. When I heard his music, I was like, wait, this is me. Like, this is exactly what I'm going through. Because hip hop is so much about like kind of describing their journey, what they're going through, what they want to accomplish. So it's very relatable. And therefore, when I came across your song, it was super relatable.
Exactly. You know, you never know how you can find music. You know what I mean? Like, you on the internet, Twitter, whatever, Instagram, whatever outlet you use, it's just you're always gonna come across artists. You know what I mean? It's artists coming out every day. Nav, I kind of find out about him.
Do you like his music?
Nah, he's dope. Yeah, of course I do. He's dope. He's from Toronto, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got that sound, like, he got that Toronto sound. You can kind of hear Drake influence in him. Kind of got the Weeknd sound, too. It's like, oh.
He's actually signed
mixed
to
in.
the Weeknd's label, EXO.
Oh, is he? Okay, that's why. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
They're all like
I
kind
didn't
of
know that.
homies. So that's what's up.
Okay, that explains why they kind of sound
Yeah.
kind of similar, but at the same time, he still got his own sound, though. But
Yeah.
I can see the Weeknd influence and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool, though.
So, like, when you're making music, I was wondering, what is it that you want to express, or what is it that you want people listening to your music to kind of get from it?
It's important. You want to always be real when you do your music. So you kind of just always. That's why you always got to go based on the vibe. So you want to be as real as possible. It's because you do got them people like yourself. You say you like lyrics, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of people like yourself that like to listen to lyrics strictly. You know, it's not always about the beat.
Yeah.
So when I come up with this, I always kind of like make sure I make as much sense as possible.
Yeah.
Make sure like I'm touching a certain basis and being clear about the subject matter or the approach I want to take on that certain song. So
Yeah.
so when it comes to those type of people, I want to make sure I get my point across as much as possible. So I'll go based on the vibe. I try to do that as much as I can.
What was the time duration it took you to finish Nights Like This from like beginning to the end?
Nights like this, nights like this, nights like this, nights like this, nights like this.
Oh, from nights like this, man, that took me. It probably took me like 2 to 3 weeks to write that, cause I kind of
Just to write it?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Sometimes you don't want to force it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you could write something and you might have to just come back to it. So, you know, I actually wrote that whole song at a mall that I
At
go
a
to.
mall.
I was at a mall, fashion show mall. You know what I mean? I like to go there and like sit around over there. So I kind of I wrote that whole song at the mall, like no lie. You know
That's
what I mean?
so cool.
You see females walking around, you know. You get a little
Yeah.
I was inspired when I was at the mall, just writing, headphones on. Beautiful females walking by, so I kind of did that in the mall. But it took me about like I said, when you write something, sometimes you got to come back to it. It's a process. So 2 weeks, I say about 2 weeks.
And how about the music video? I love the music video. It's so cool and aesthetic and like well produced.
So hope with good intentions when you chillin' with a star. Damn, you and your friends, how do you tens? Killing this shit, driving the bed.
Oh yeah, shout out to my boy Gio. He the one that shot the video. He's a very popular director out here in Vegas. So what I did, I contacted him. We just kind of just went with the vibe. I felt like if the vibe was like nighttime-ish. So
Yeah.
we wanted to shoot at nighttime. I was thinking about daytime, but when I listened to the song, I feel like it's more of a night vibe.
Yeah, it's
So
called
I kinda
like
wanted
Nights
to-
Like This, so apparently.
Yeah. That's the vibe I
Yeah.
got, so that's why I wanted to shoot it at nighttime. And then, like nights like, when you think of nights like this, it's easy to come up with a scenery as far as like, going out. Because when you think of nights like this, it's, females going enjoying themselves, so
Yeah.
it's kind of easy to knock that out. So that's how that came about.
That was super cool. I mean, the song was good, the music video good, like it was amazing. So you're up and coming as well, and now you're working hard on your music to be successful and stuff. Are you happy?
Am I happy? Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm happy. I'm chilling. Real, yeah, I'm happy. Trust me, I'm happy. It could be stressful at times. Life. It's always ups and downs. I mean, that's natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm happy though. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying this road, and I'm just going with the flow of things. But I'm happy for sure though. You know what I mean? It's like life hits you with all kinds of things, so you kind of just gotta stay on track. And that's how I look at life.
And what like kind of makes you happy?
Just the little things. Like I wake up in the morning and look outside, and it's beautiful days. You know what I see out here in Vegas. That makes me happy. You know what I mean? Family or friends, that makes me happy. You just gotta appreciate what you got in front of you, and I appreciate that every day.
That's dope. You have a very good perspective. Like you said, you're enjoying the journey. And I feel like where people get caught up is that they want to be happy at the destination. You know, like when they are successful, when they get the money or whatever, but kind of get very crippled during the journey, right? Because it could be sometimes discouraging when people are not coming to your music. And do you get like very tensed about your numbers? Seeing them, like numbers as in the views and the listeners?
I don't pay attention to the numbers, but you know what I mean. As long as if I'm continue to grow, as long as you know what I mean. The goal is to reach one person at a time. So as long as if I'm doing that, do I wish that I can hit 1 million? Of course, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you know that would,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't really pay attention to the numbers, but I appreciate the people that came across, you know, whatever my videos or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And keep it pushing. That's how every up-and-coming artist should look at it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, did you watch Garyvee? Like, did you watch his content and stuff? Remember I shared about this guy with you?
When you messaged me about, I don't know if you remember when you told me about Garyvee.
I did.
As soon as you had messaged me about that, I looked him up. He crazy. I like he's fake. He's honest.
Yeah.
He give you that real. Ever since you told me about it, I've been looking at his stuff. Garyvee, he's one of the realest dudes. Like he cusses a lot. I remember saying, and I think he was saying something. That's just how he is. He's not gonna change how he is. How he gives out knowledge. And when he said that, I just like his whole operation. Is how he just gives you that real. So ever since you told me about it, I'm watching this stuff.
I'm so happy because, you know, he was like anyone who is coming as a guest in the podcast, but I'm finding them from Gary's comment section. So everyone who kind of consumes him is kind of like-minded and is trying to do the same thing, right? Like if you watch him enough, like you're a good person because he always pushes that. Then you're into like business and like, you know, being successful and like just being a good person, which is so important. So everyone I'm speaking to gets the whole vibe of like social media and this and that. So
exactly,
he's super dope like that. And so his big company is Vayner Media, which is building businesses. And businesses are not like just corporate businesses, but he's also meeting with like artists, right? And so many hip hop artists.
Because, I've been noticing that.
Right? He spoke with artists like T Grizzly and Nipsey Hussle. So early on, when a lot of people didn't know them, and now he's kind of helping them grow.
So I kind of noticed that he's been speaking to artists, even like up and coming artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that lets me know that he pays attention to the hip hop community.
Yeah.
He pays attention to underground artists as well. So that's what I him as well too. So if I had a chance to speak with him, I would love to.
You should.
That's for sure.
Hit him up. You never know. So the reason I told you to watch him was because I loved your music and I generally felt like it's good music, right? A lot of people would listen to it. So all these conversations that even he's having with these artists is about growing, is about increasing viewership or whatever, right? About building a brand. And I thought that you would benefit from it so much because you would learn how to grow your, not just viewership, like you yourself, right? Like you as an artist. If you go back to him and literally just try to consume as much as the business content and the conversations he's having with hip-hop artists, he's always talking about how to grow and his strategies. You know, like just creating a lot of content on Instagram. Yes, you make your music, that's there. But let people get to know you as a person as well. Like you told me, right? Like nights like this, you wrote the lyrics in the mall. And that was so funny. I'm sure people, it's so interesting, right?
The first person I told that to, so.
Thank you. This is like the podcast exclusive. So that's what he says, right? Like let people connect with you, who you are as a person. And they would eventually gravitate towards your music, your product, if you're in a business, or your services.
I agree with that. I feel like it's not even about the strictly about the music anymore. People wanna know you as a person.
Yeah.
They wanna see how you is as a person.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't hide about. I don't think you can hide behind the music no more. You can't let your music speak for itself.
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta have something with the music, and that's something I'm trying to figure out as well. So that's something I feel I need to work on as well. The audience want to see more of you. They want to see how you is. They want to see you in a daily, day to day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I gotta definitely tap into that side. And I'm gonna definitely watch more of Garyvee, and I'm gonna try to contact him as well, because I feel
Do
like
it. I'm so sure he'd be like super excited to meet you if you get through him like correctly. Also, so what I wanted to say was how I live by is hard work beats talent, right? So even if
Yeah.
someone's more talented than you, if you work hard, like you would be the one who succeed, right? Or if you are more talented than someone, but if that someone is working harder than you, they'll exceed you eventually, right? So that's why it speaks about like it's such a hustle on creating content on Instagram or YouTube or doing a podcast. It's not easy. That is hard. That's extra work that you have to put in, and it's like every day you would have to put up content, right? So if people are getting to know you more as a person because you're creating content, a lot of organic reach on Instagram is really, really good, right? Like you don't know what one piece hits, and then someone comes on your music. So he gave this. Sorry, what?
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
So he gave this. So one of the advices I really remember was he was like, there was one artist, and what she did was she would upload these, because on Instagram the video limit is only 1 minute, right? So she would
Yes.
upload these 1 minute, a 1 minute track, like a music, right? 1 minute track, a lot of them, and whichever would get the most engagement, whichever would get the most likes, she would expand on it, like create that into a full song. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And she would do that every day. So what he said was that it's all about creating possibilities, right? If I'm pushing out really, really good videos, but 5 videos in like 5 months, but if you are pushing out even little average videos every single day for 6 months, those are 360 videos, right? 5
Yeah.
and 360. You know what I'm saying? It's about possibilities.
Yeah, it just depends how you want to look at it, because some artists like to do quality over quantity.
Yeah.
How you want to approach it or whatever. Like, but I see what you're saying though.
You know, one thing that he spoke about was then quality, right? You speak about quality, what's good. That is subjective. He said, what I might think suck, you might really like it. You know? So I get it. You would want to kind of do the whole quality over quantity thing. But instead of like, obviously if one track a day is too much, of course, you know, you could like do one track, like 2 tracks in a week or something, right? But I feel like it's so much more about sound. Because if I vibed with your song, Nights Like This, if I listen to something else, I would kind of vibe with it the same way because I'm familiar with your sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. I understand both sides. It's just how you want to approach. I completely agree though. It's just quantity. Like you could throw a bunch of quantity out or whatever, and then you were right. One of them could hit because you know you put in a lot of stuff out, and one of them out of like 5-7 videos can hit.
Yeah.
Which in quality, you know, you taking your time on certain tracks or whatever, and you want to make sure everything is great or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, that can hit as well. So it's all perspective.
Absolutely. Like just having a conversation, because I was wondering, you know, like how do artists grow and how can we, like, I know I'm not an artist or anything, but like just even with YouTube and stuff, it's all about creating a personal brand and putting yourself out there in the world, right? So if you feel like you can't create a lot of music, just kind of put yourself out there with like just videos, you know, just talking about something, a selfie video, and like just describing how your day went or something like that, right? So this organic reach on Instagram, even if they don't necessarily have to like your music, they just have to be aware of who you are, and eventually they'll come to your music, right? You know what I'm saying?
That's why Instagram is it's a good platform. Because even though like constantly, you know, posting pictures or whatever, pictures, videos, whatever you do on your Instagram, they might come across your Instagram just like your style, like how you dress and how your image look. You know what I mean? Somebody might just like come across your IG and just like how you is on your Instagram, but never heard your music. And if they like you as a person, how you came across on your Instagram, that will make them check out your music.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
one thing I'm working on.
Work on it. You know, like I'm telling you, because everyone I'm speaking to, everyone's on the same tangent. They're growing their personal brands, but where everyone kind of gets crippled is, I don't know, like just not being able to push enough content because they don't think that it's interesting enough. Like, you know, not every day you're gonna have something to talk about. Not every day you're gonna like be wearing a fresh outfit or whatever, right? But irrespective, like just putting it out. And it took me a long time to kind of, I thought like I look stupid, like I don't have anything interesting to say, but eventually kind of got over it and thought of this, you know?
You gotta ignore that. You know what I mean? You gotta be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't worry about what everybody gotta say. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna always have an opinion on you
Yeah.
when you putting yourself out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you ignore that and you comfortable in your own skin, nothing else matters. You have that same approach, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that a problem that you had for yourself, or?
It
Or you
was
just
actually
talk-
both problems. I was like, I was first of all in my own head a lot, right? I was like, my face looks weird, like on video. Like, if you ever try to click a picture with me, I'm gonna run away. Like, I can't get pictures clicked. I always look so stupid.
What?
Yeah, like I just couldn't ever get pictures clicked. I would just take the ugliest
Talk-
pictures in the world. So
Talking to you right now, it don't seem like you'll be that way though.
it took me over a year to just get over it. It took me so long. You have no idea. And
But you're a pretty girl, so it's kind of hard to believe that you're like that. Like, that's kind of crazy that you're telling me that you're a pretty girl. So
oh,
that's-
thank
I don't-
you. But you know what I realized was everyone has these things. You're literally the prettiest girl in the whole fucking world. Some people that I would look up to speaking about how insecure they feel, right? And an average
Yeah.
looking person. So I felt like that's everyone. But if I let that kind of stop me from executing on my ideas, then I'm just gonna live a life of regret. It
Very true.
Right? So one thing that really helped me was, so there's this thing called the 1%ers, which is the 1% of people in the world who make over $400,000, right? And that's just the 1% of population, right? So I was studying this article. What is the difference between the 1% and the 99% of the people? And it's just basic things like this. People pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, like dealing with your
Yes.
realities, dealing with things that you're insecure about. So even if I am insecure, imagine I would have like just kind of died being fucking insecure. And that's not even true. Like half of the stuff is in your head.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like it's a matter of perspective. To you, like I look fine. To me, I would think like I'm really ugly, right? So these are like just stupid things and kind of delusions. And you have to get past it, and which is hard, you know. You can't like just be super insecure and then be super confident. It's like a process.
It's definitely a process.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's definitely a process. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's gonna take some time. It might take some years. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
as long as if you working on it every day,
yeah,
and this is just in general, like as long as that person's working on that every day, I feel like, you know, eventually get out of their comfort zone and be comfortable in their own skin.
yeah.
But that takes some time. So what you dealing with, I definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, but it sounds like you kind of getting over it. It sounds like you
I've gotten
getting
over it
more-
so much. Yeah, I was
That's
just like,
dope thing.
Yeah.
You though.
yeah, because it was so much about Gary. He said that, so he was speaking about like uploading content every day, right? But he's like, the
Yeah.
first thing you're supposed to do is like get your head right, get your mindset right. Because if you're insecure and depressed, you're never gonna like execute shit. So if you have all these
know.
big ambitions and goals, but you can't even get outside your own head, forget about what other people think, right? It's all insecurities. Like, what would people think of me and shit like that, right? So I was like, what am I going to be 99% like an average person? Or am I going to rise above that? So just making that decision, and I was like, fuck, if I look ugly, I don't give a fuck. I have so much to give and share as a person that I feel like I'm going to overcome that shit, you know? So it's all that.
See, Garyvee, I know he inspiring a lot of people like yourself. So, and I'm definitely a fan of him too. So, I could definitely learn a lot from him. And I'm gonna tune in with him more. So, I see that it's helping you. You know what I mean? I can
So
I
much.
can see that already.
Yeah.
He definitely got some hidden gems.
Oh, definitely. You know, like the biggest thing you would be able to take from him would be to get your mindset right. And once you have your mindset right, you'll be able to do everything you need to do, right? Like music is also marketing, really. Yeah, you create this really, really good product, but what if people don't know about it? So now it's your job to market it. That is what's going to differentiate between an emerging up and coming artist versus also a kind of business person. You know, like there's so many artists who are so big, but then they're not great. It's just that they worked too much, right? So you just gotta decide that for yourself and things like that.
That's a very good point. So you know what I mean. So it's always key for us upcoming artists. Always try to put themselves out there. That's what I'm learning to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, as long as I'm learning every day, figuring out different ways to put myself out there, then it's all about patience.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had to ask you, so is your like song copyrighted and stuff?
Oh yeah, everything always copyrighted. Once you put your music on Spotify, and Apple Music, all those streaming platforms, that's a form of copyright. The streaming platform made it easier for artists to copyright their music.
I see. I was actually wanting to ask you that because I had this conversation with another artist I spoke with, and I thought it was a very good idea to market your music. So it's something Gary also speaks about, right? You said you were initially DMing and hitting up people to listen to your music, right? So that would be...
I don't do
No. I'm just saying, for example, you were DMing people to listen to your music, right? That kind of works because you're increasing your listeners or whatever. But that would be just one listener, right? But if you look at people who are kind of micro-influencers is like 500, 1,000 followers, even 2,000 followers, right? People who have a meme page or like just creating content in general. And if you hit them up and be like, you know, you guys can use my music, and they're already getting like a couple thousand views, maybe a couple hundred views. So that increases your listeners or viewership from like a one person to exponentially a hundreds of thousands, right? And they need music all the time because we're running out of music, right? Like vloggers and stuff like that. There's not enough good copyrighted free music. But if you take that step to hit these guys up, it's kind of you leverage their audience, but you also kind of give them free music so that they can use it.
Yes, I agree. Every person counts because you know what I mean. Like you just don't know that it can hit as far as like reaching new people. So I definitely agree with that. What was the platform you said? The name? What was the name?
Meme pages, maybe, you know, on Instagram you can find pages, meme pages.
Okay.
Or even on YouTube, like vloggers need music, you can hit them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Do what I did, like go on Gary's comment section. Everybody who consumes him is creating content, right? Is increasing audiences. And the good thing is that everyone's trying to grow. You know what I'm saying? So instead of you going from one listener to two listeners, you go from one listeners to a couple hundred, then a couple thousand differently. And if I used your music in my vlog, I have 20 viewers, right? But by the end of the year, I'm gonna have 200 viewers. So they kind of listen to your music. So you're not reaching to every person one by one. You kind of just let your music go and it's kind of growing on its own in view. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like every platform counts. They big or not, or they is big. Just you know what I mean? Because it's always a different audience on different platforms. So no matter if they got 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers, 5,000 followers, whatever, 10,000 or 100,000.
Yeah.
Every counts. So I feel like us artists that is coming up, we shouldn't overlook the meme pages, the whatever outlet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every counts. I kind of never overlooked that. I never did.
So that's dope because I was thinking now I have this podcast, right? And I would want to put a link to your music inside it so whoever watches it can see it. Or even kind of put a clip of your music video so it kind of gives more context of who you are and what you do. So would that get copyrighted?
You said what?
Would that get copyrighted?
I don't... YouTube... I think they had strict guidelines. I don't know, but...
No, but isn't like a thing where you kind of give permission or something?
Yeah. If it's like, for me, I wouldn't mind. So I think you'll be alright. You know what I mean? I'll be alright. So I don't think you need to worry about no... I think it's like, if I think it comes down if the person, like, strikes it themselves. Because, you know, you
who would be the person who would strike it?
If you do it for me, I'm not gonna strike it. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But I
I'm
thought
gonna
only
get
like
work.
I don't know how that works. That's why I'm kind of confused. The artist has the say to strike it, or is it a label, or what is it? Who strikes the video? Do you know?
I feel like I think YouTube will probably give you a warning of a form of strike. You know what I mean? They'll probably give you a warning, and then the artist will be informed about the warning or whatever, and whether they want to strike it, like to continue on with the strike, then
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what you'll get strike. But I don't think you need to worry about it. Like as far as like, especially if you're building a relationship with up-and-coming artists
Yeah.
or whatnot, they wouldn't like strike you. You know what I mean? So I guess you'll get a warning though, and I guess YouTube will inform the artist or whatever about a
Uh-huh.
copyright strike. And
Yeah.
they feel like they don't agree with it,
Yeah.
then they can accept it or whatever. But other than that, nah, you wouldn't get no copyright. So as long as you just gotta so if you use an artist song, you gotta put the song in the bio,
Yeah.
like you don't own no rights of this music, but
Yeah.
you gotta name like name the artist and
Yeah.
name the song, what song it is, and you can
Yeah.
find. As long
I
as you
see.
get credit to the
Yeah.
artist in the description of the YouTube video, you be fine.
I see. Yeah, we obviously do that. Interesting. So that's what I was saying. When you reach
Yeah.
out to these meme pages or vloggers or people who just doing video, make sure that your video, like your songs, kind of don't get copy striked or something. Then they would not be able to use it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of
Yeah, man, 'cause-
I see a lot of like music videos that went viral were the ones that I don't know about copyright, like were the ones where you could use it, you know. So
Yeah.
one, I don't know if you heard about the song which was called Everyday Bro. It was by Jake Paul. It just went to like
Yeah.
200 mil, right? And
Yeah,
it didn't go because of its own. It went because everyone started reacting to the song. You know what I'm saying?
I know that song. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's a good point. Everybody was reacting to it, you know what I mean? Sharing it, put it in a little intro video.
yeah.
And it just took off.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Jake Paul, he already had a platform.
Obviously, but he had he had 15 million views, right? Versus 200 million views. That's a lot.
Yeah.
He didn't do it himself,
Yeah, exactly.
right? So it just
Yeah,
gives
exactly.
like your songs the benefit of the doubt. You just need like one video to kind of go viral and things like, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean? Hopefully, you know what I mean, that day will come, you know what I mean? You just gotta be patient, you know, anything can happen.
it will,
We'll
and
see,
it won't
though.
happen on its own. You know, you have to make it happen. You'll create so many opportunities for your song to get discovered that it just need like this one person or like this one time to hit, and then it's just gonna like go off. Do hit up meme pages. Those are the songs that really go viral.
Yeah, the meme pages, yeah, I know, yeah. I agree with that, and there's a lot of those, too. It's a lot of those.
Yeah. So
All over Instagram, the meme pages.
just do that, because Gary says like you just hit. So you know he talks about probabilities, right? The first person,
Yeah.
second, third, the 10th person, the 20th person is not going to say yes, but the 30th person might just say yes, right? So also hit up like
Exactly.
these big meme pages which have like millions of followers, but also hit these super small pages which have like 1,000 followers, right? So
Yeah,
you just need
exactly.
that, just create that momentum, and it will, like, the song is good. You have experienced it time and time again because the people who've listened to it really like it, right? So
Yeah, I
it
was
just-
get hit up about that, or whatever song or whatever, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And try to appreciate. I don't know how many views that shit got on it, but
it has like
I think it's over
22,000.
Yeah, that's just based on just people sharing it on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I could like reach to a more bigger platform on it, and it could hopefully it can hit 1 million or 100,000 by the end of this year. You know, we'll see though.
You will,
Yeah,
you
man,
will,
so-
and just kind of create. Do you have your song on Instagram? Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay, and now
Yes,
just kind
I
of
do.
create a video, like just giving some context to that music. I feel like that would be very interesting. Like people would vibe with it more, and like just all your content would drive them back towards your music.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta remind them. So I definitely got to tap into that. You know what I mean? It doesn't even have to be sharing the video again. It could just be just randomly playing it again, or you know what I mean, just a regular video or whatever. Sometimes you got to remind them. You know what I mean? So definitely something I need to tap into for sure. Every person counts. You got to reach as many of these people as you can. So something that I'm working on, tapping into it for sure.
Amazing.
When are you starting your podcast?
My podcast, this is like the 8th episode. It's already up on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. You gotta send me the link.
I will.
I wanna definitely subscribe to it.
Thank you.
For sure. I wanna keep tabs with you. So like, whenever you get the chance, send me that for sure.
Absolutely, I will do that. And I also like upload like vlogs and stuff, so you can watch them as well. And the last thing I was gonna say was, once you I don't know, like kind of start. I was thinking like we could also collab on kind of Instagram. So what that would do is like I could send so everything that I'm doing is building community, right? Everyone's trying to grow together. So every guest that comes, we plan to collab on Instagram next. So what that does is like it sends like if the next person has 1,000 followers, they come to me, and if I have 1,000, then it goes to them or something like that. So would you be kind of down to do that?
Yeah, of course. Just give me your Instagram and I'll follow you and whatnot. Just tell me what you want, how you want to collab or whatnot.
I was thinking maybe we could do a live video or somehow do a post. I was thinking I could just create a funny video and in the background I can have your music on.
Yeah, I'll share that. You know what I mean? I'll definitely share that. You know, a lot of people watch my stories or whatever. You want me to share it on a post or share it on a story? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Just send me your Instagram and we can arrange something.
Okay, as soon as I create that post, I'll send it to you. Last thing before I go. So remember, you have a lot of followers on Instagram, right? You are the one who has the leverage. So most of the people you hit up to collab with are going to say yes. Always remember that.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes perfect sense. You know, I don't usually hit up people to collab though.
You have to get yourself out there, get yourself brand out there.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying get yourself and get your brand out there, you know? Like you're super interesting. So just kind of get over what's not interesting, what's good, what's bad. Just make up a point to like work hard. And your working hard and hustling would come in the form of every day just creating one post on Instagram. So only when you have a lot of consistent content coming, your audience is going to stay. Otherwise, they're going to go, right? And hit up people who have lesser followers than you, because it's going to be an exchange of followers and everyone wants more. And you are the person who has more followers, right? So you have the leverage on them. So most of them are more likely to say yes. And you will exponentially, if you have like 10K or something, I'm not sure. From 10, you can go to 20 quick instead of going from 10 to 11 to 12. You know what I'm saying?
That's very smart. You know what I mean? I definitely agree with you on that.
So
you know what I mean?
just do that. It all goes down in the DM. Literally just start DMing people, building relationships, and you're on. Like by the end of the year, you're going to have 100K. You have to tell yourself that and like just set that goal and work towards it.
100K followers on the gram, huh?
Yes.
Hey, that's very possible though.
Very possible.
I mean? So I agree with you on that. You know what I mean? So based on what you're saying, I might have to go back in my DM because there's a lot of people that be hitting me up as far as like collabing and whatever. Because you know a lot of people that hit me up on DMs, it don't even be about music. Sometimes it be like just share each other on the IG stories and stuff, whatnot.
Do it. You know, you be that person who's there for the people. You know, like artists are cool. You know, you guys are cool. And people want to be friends with you. People want to talk to you. So leverage that. Leverage you being cool and leverage you being a musician and an artist and dressing cool and all that stuff. And like just build on that instead of like just keeping it all to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get out of my feelings and actually respond to people. I'm gonna respond to some of these people now.
Respond to them.
I felt like, oh no, it's not even that me just not trying to do it.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't rock with it. It's just, you know, I don't know. sometimes I'm not friendly. Sometimes I gotta respond to some of these DMs now. You kind of just open my mind right now.
Dude,
So,
you gotta do it.
I'm
This
gonna be
is all I've been doing, just studying and kind of learning how to grow on this. And artists have like the best chance to grow because you guys are cool, you know, like hip hop is a culture and everyone wanna be a part of it. And you kind of give permission to people. And whoever's like kind of random, you can collab with them on story, but whoever actually creates a dope post for you, you know, like doing a funny video with your music on the background or anything like that, that you can post on your feed. But if someone's like just random, like just do a story collab, right? You just gotta decide for yourself who vibes with you and who doesn't.
Yeah, so I agree with that. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna be a lot open-minded now.
Yeah.
Having this, I'm gonna be a lot more open-minded now with these people that DM me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you kind of open my eyes. So
Dude,
I
this is
appreciate
all
that.
like Gary talking. So you want more of this? Watch him. I'm telling you. 100K is the easiest shit. You might just get that in the next 6 months. The higher you hold yourself to the standard, the higher you'll get, right? So I know you don't care about the numbers, but care about the numbers, okay?
Nah, it's all good. You know what I mean? So you gotta give me your IG or whatever. I didn't even know you had Instagram. You know what I mean? So,
Okay, I'll let me create a cool post, so which is good for you as well, and
Yeah,
I'll try to do
exactly.
something funny or something, so it should like have a potential to like, so people, it makes people laugh and they
Yeah.
like it. It's not like just meaningless, and then I'll let you know, and then you can post that or whatever, right?
yeah. Oh, it's no rush. You know what I mean? It's no
Yeah.
rush. It's just whenever you ready, and just give me. You know what I mean?
All
So,
right.
it's- timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Time is
So it's
everything.
whenever you ready.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's
done.
ready.
All right, dude.
Give me the link.
I will obviously as soon as I edit it and upload it, I'll send you the link as soon as it's up. Yeah.
Got you.
Cool.
Yes.
Thank you so
Anything else you
much.
wanna add?
No, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you. Like, you were dope as hell, and thank you for coming on the podcast. It was super cool.
For sure, you know what I mean? I appreciate you having me or whatever, you know. That was dope of you. We could definitely do it again. Just, you know what I mean? Just give me the
Absolutely.
word, you know what I mean? I'm gonna stay connected with you. I'm gonna be tapped
Yes,
in with you, what
please.
you got going. You know what I mean? Whatever I could do, you know, just hit me up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just let me know what's going on.
Thank
I got
you. Means a lot.
You know what I mean?
So my goal is also
Always.
to kind of move to LA in October or November, and I want that to happen. And I'm kind of figuring how that's gonna happen. So I'll keep you
Oh,
updated of
yeah.
how things are going.
Oh, I be in LA a lot, so if you move to LA, man, I'm gonna be out there a lot. You know what I mean? I'm actually going to LA soon. I got some people out there and whatnot. You know what I mean? I think that'd be dope if you move to LA. Make it happen.
Sure. Dude, you're going to LA and stuff.
Yeah.
Please make videos. Like, LA is so cool. You have so much going around you. Just kind of capture it all in a video and like let people see your life.
Yeah, definitely. I just bought me a camera. You know what
Cool.
I mean? So gotta catch it at. But we gonna connect though.
Absolutely. We will. And then I'll hit you up as soon as the whole Instagram thing happens, and keep in touch. We'll like keep growing together and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, let me know. You know what I mean? You know where to hit me at. So like
Yeah.
I said, I appreciate you.
Thank
I'ma
you.
sign out. We're gonna see you after that.
Yeah.
You got for the rest of your day. And I'm
You
gonna do
too.
the same. See you,
Oh.
talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Bye.
Oh.
She wanna spend the night, but she can't spend the night. She wanna be my wife, but she can't be my wife. Yeah.
She said she hate when I go. She want me to stay. Wish I didn't have to leave so soon. It's too late. I'm already on the first flight out to the door. My phone doesn't work